Hey there, Mountaineer fans, and welcome into another edition of Talking About Preseason. This is the 2017 version for SVC softball. We are joined by three members of the Southern Vermont College softball team today. From your left to right, we have junior Shea Wilson, junior captain Nicole Matthews, and freshman Carly Gilman. Ladies, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Nicole, let's start with you if you don't mind. How do you think the preseason has gone so far?
I think it's gone really well from day one all the way to where we are now, weeks later. You can see a great improvement in every player. Just from the basics, working on skills, building all that up, getting ready for the first game. I think we're really ready to start the season.
Shea, what's been the best part about the preseason?
Probably getting to know everybody, building a bond with everybody on the team, and watching everyone grow as individuals through playing and all that kind of stuff.
Carly, what's been the worst part about the preseason?
Definitely 6 a.m.s have been the worst part, but also the fact that we're inside a gym and not on an actual field to be practicing in the dirt, pop flies, things like that has been difficult, but hopefully when we go to our first scrimmage game on this coming Sunday that we'll be able to play on a real field and feel different about it.
Nicole, who on the team has raised the eyebrows of her teammates or the coaches with how they've performed so far during the preseason training?
I think this preseason, eyebrows have been raised from Carissa Battisti and Carly Gilman. Carissa is one of our 3 returners, and it's only her second year ever playing the sport of softball. So being able to see her from last year all the way to this year, I'm really excited to see what she does in the field this year. And with Carly, in the cages, when she gets a hold of the ball, she really gets a hold of it. So I'm really excited about what that turns into onto the field.
Shea, how much different is the team right now compared to where it was on the first day of preseason training?
We've definitely all grown individually and as a team. We've all communicated and grown as individuals into a team, and we all do pretty well together.
Carly, how much different has your training been compared to those that you went through when you were in high school?
It's been a lot different actually. Like we never did anything like team lifting together, so like on this team we team lift 3 times a week, and back home we never did anything like that. And then we would only practice 5 times a week, and here we practice 6. So it is a little bit different and a better adjustment in the sense that we're all lifting together, and I think it's better.
Nicole, how ready is the team at this point to open up the regular season next week?
I think they're really excited to start the season, especially next week, getting out in the dirt, using spring break to get ready for that regular season. I know the team's really excited to prove, especially to the NECC, that we're not a number 9 team with the preseason polls coming out, that we're definitely a completely new team, and we're really ready to show that.
Shea, how close to 100% would you say the team will be when starting the conference schedule in just a few weeks?
I think we're pretty close right now, but definitely over spring break when we actually get on the field and have a feel for actually playing as a team and with each other. I think we'll definitely be a lot closer when when conference actually starts.
Carly, what's this team going to have to do in order to be successful this year?
I feel like we're going to have to communicate a lot with each other, especially on and off the field. And also when like a bad play happens or a bad at bat, we're just going to need to be able to shake it off and just realize like we have another chance, like the ball's going to come to you again, you're going to have another up at bat. Like you can't just let that one like bad whatever it is determine the rest of the game for you.
Nicole, is there a game or two on the schedule that you or your teammates are particularly looking forward to? And that's the one that you guys have marked on the calendar and you just can't wait for.
I think definitely we have 2 games we're really looking forward to. Our first home opener, which will be March 25th. We're home both Saturday and Sunday, so it'll be nice to open up the conference season with 2 home games. And we're also looking forward to our April 22nd game, which will be our last home game. Since we have no seniors this year it'll be an awareness game in honor of a mother of another SVC student.
Shea, what sort of atmosphere and culture has Coach Gage created for the team this year?
She's brought a lot of positivity to our team. She's really confident in us in going all the way to the end of our conference and winning it all. She just brings she believes in all of us, and she really gives us a lot of encouragement.
Carly, last question. What can the Mountaineer fans expect to see out of the team this year?
A lot of excitement and energy for sure, and definitely more wins than last year.
All right, there you have it. That said, last question. That is the last of the organized structured questions. Now it's time to open it up for you all and have a little bit of fun. Allow the people watching here to get a sense of the team a little bit more. So, again, open-ended questions. Anyone can jump in with the answer. First one, who on the team is most likely to make the rest of you guys laugh?
Probably Taylor.
Taylor definitely keeps the team on her toes with whatever she's doing in practice, whether she's on the floor or not,
Or just
and
screaming.
whatever's coming out of her mouth, we're never quite sure what it's going to be. So it's definitely Taylor.
Who's got the best singing voice? Who's the most likely to win American Idol?
Carissa and Julia.
There's a competition right now.
Yes.
They compete using the national anthem, so it's an ongoing battle.
Who's got the worst singing voice?
Oh. Has anyone...
I don't know.
It's really just them competing right now. We let them have the singing stage.
Yes.
Who's got the best dance moves?
Carly.
Not really, but yeah, I guess.
We all got to see Carly's dance moves her first weekend here when she was hypnotized and had to dance like Britney Spears. So I think we gotta go with Carly on that one.
Is that a sarcastic answer which suits the next question?
Oh,
Who's got the worst dance moves?
Ooh. I think we might have to go with Julia here again. Julia. I think it might be Julia wins that one. She tries.
Taylor definitely has some interesting dance moves too.
Dance moves, yeah.
Yeah, they're out there. They're out there.
Different.
Who is the most likely to be late for the team bus?
I think we might have to go
Yeah.
probably Brooke T. Probably mainly because she's our one commuter, so she's not on campus with us. So probably gonna give that one to her.
Who's the most likely to be doing homework on the way home on the team bus?
I want to suggest myself because I bring my computer to all different sporting events, and I brought it last night to our fundraiser because I bring my homework with me everywhere because I'm so busy.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Who is the most likely to suggest pizza or fast food after a game?
That one will go to Carissa Battisti. I'm pretty sure after every practice or whatever we're doing, there's food involved afterwards. Honestly, the whole team could win that one.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, there you have it. Ladies, once again, thank you for joining us today. The Mountaineers open up the regular season on Tuesday, March 14th, with a doubleheader at Christopher Newport down in Virginia. And then the Mountaineers return to the Northeast, and they have their home opener, as Nicole stated, on Saturday, March 25th, over at Willow Park, when they host Elms for a twin bill starting at 1 p.m. And then they welcome Regis the next day, Sunday, March 26th, at 12 p.m. Ladies, one last time, thank you for joining us today. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
And we will be right back with Coach Gage here on Talking About Preseason. Hey there, Mountaineer fans, and welcome back into softball's Talking About Preseason. I am now joined by first-year head coach Paige Gage, former Division I player and product of nearby Siena College. Paige, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So we just heard from a few of your players about their thoughts about how the preseason has gone and some of their expectations for the year. Let's see it from your standpoint. How do you think the preseason has gone so far?
I think it's gone really well. We made a lot of improvements from day one, really working on fundamentals, kind of slowing everything down. It's been a month, so the girls are kind of getting, cabin fever. They want to get outside. We've been outside 3 times so far, which, they're happy about. Yesterday I took them out in tornado, so it didn't go too great, but in 5 minutes it was beautiful out. So it's gone really well. They're making a ton of improvements, and I can't wait to see how they play on Sunday.
What's been the biggest challenge so far in taking over this program and trying to run it the way that you want it to be run?
The exciting thing is the team's fairly new, so we only have 3 returning players, so when I talked to them when I came in, I kind of told them an idea of what we kind of wanted to do and what our goals were, and they were really excited, I think just because it was kind of a new change, and we have 9 new girls, so out of them, they didn't really know much to base anything off of, so they were all in, they were ready to play, they were ready to get started, so I didn't see any too troubles, because they were all just excited and ready for a change and ready to get going.
Has there been, without giving too much away to your potential opponents who might be
Yes.
watching, has there been an aspect or two of the game of softball that you and your coaching staff have really been stressing and trying to get your team to focus on more than the others during the preseason?
More just shockingly the mental side. They think way too much. I think they're just trying to be too perfect. So we're just trying to let them be loose and just play. When they play, they don't think about anything. They feel the ball, they throw it. They're really good. They're just trying to be too perfect, so we're trying to have a little lighter mood where if you make a bad throw, it's okay, it's not the end of the world, because they're trying to be so perfect where I can't make a mistake, I can't do this, so we're just trying to talk, just ball first, then throw it, and then they need to communicate a little bit more. But once they communicate, they work well as a team. But again, 9 new girls, communication is going to be a little rough, but that was another thing we worked on, and it's been amazing.
Now, you've mentioned a couple times how young your team is, only returning 3 players. You've only got 2 juniors and a sophomore and a lot of freshmen. How do you think that young overall age of your team could help this year, and how does it impact your program moving forward over the next couple of years?
Oh, it's going to help tremendously. I love having a young team first year because everything that we're taking and learning them this year, they can take into next year. We don't need to try to mold other people into it and have everyone leave. And I got 10 new girls, and it's like, all right, we got to start all over. But all the new girls I'm bringing in the fall, they can follow what we learned. They got 12 other girls to learn from, so they'll be able to go right into the program and learn from them hands-on instead of, all right, let's start all over, start from scratch. We just get to keep building and learning more and more each year, so I think it helps a lot. I'd rather have a young team. I like it.
What do you think this team is going to have to do in order to be quote-unquote successful this year? And how do you kind of define whether or not the team is successful?
Like I talked about before, not thinking, they just gotta play. If they don't worry about last year, they don't worry about their records, they don't worry about who's playing on the other side of the field, they just play their game, they'll be successful. If they just go out there, be aggressive, run bases, we like to say create havoc. If they create havoc for the other team, I don't see us having any problems. And for us, being successful is being in every game. If they win an inning by either having more hits than the other team, if they get more base runners, I mean, yeah, obviously more runs, but if the other team scrounges up another run on an error, but we get a run or people on from actually nice hits, then I say we won that inning. We gave them a run, so we didn't lose that inning. We just had to be better next. So if we win each inning, I think that is successful instead of giving up runs and kind of having a circus go around for us making errors. If we are clean and win every inning, I think we'll be really successful.
Dropped a little havoc there, maybe taking a page out of Shaka Smart's playbook. I know Coach Engelstad here, and now his wife is on your staff,
Yep.
So I can see kind of that mentality starting to creep into your program a little bit. Where do you see this team right now, and how long do you think it's going to take you guys to really be where you want to be?
I think right now they're at a really good spot. Everyone's worried about when the poll came out, they see us finishing, we were 8th? 9th, I believe, yeah. They're all worried. I'm honestly not worried. I said I'd rather be down there because they don't know what we have. I'd rather sneak up on people when we play them and be like, well, these people, why were they ranked 9th? They're actually really good. So I'm fine where we are. I told them, don't worry about it. We're where we want to be. We're going to come in and sneak up on people and surprise a lot of people this year. So this year I think we'll get a couple more wins than they're used to getting. So I think this year will be really good, and next year it will be kind of like a night and day. So we'll just keep building each year. So I think where we want to be, we could be there this year. I don't think it should take too long just because it's so new for them. Since we have all new players, they came right in, we were ready to go. I think this year will be a really good year for us.
What sort of expectations do you and your assistant have, either in the back of your mind for your team, or are there any that you and your players have really laid out on paper, and those are big goals that you're looking to accomplish this year?
Day one, we came in asking about goals. Everyone said make the tournament. Everyone wants to be there. Last year, they won 3 games, didn't make it. The team above them only won 4. So we were 1 game behind. So I said, guys, we have how many games in season? We have to win more than 4 to make it. And I said, is this such a hard of an accomplishment to make? And they're like, no. So I think we all can do it. We're all in it. We're all ready to make the tournament. If they don't take their eyes off of that and they really focus on where we want to be come May 3rd, I think is the first day of it, we can be right there with everybody else. We just need to get that one more win. Think of getting 1 win every weekend, and I think we'll be fine.
Well, there you have it. Coach, once again, thank you for joining us today. Best of luck this season.
Thank you so much.
Jesus. I didn't even know I was
Not
just like,
ready for those questions.
I was just like, wait, can I like suggest myself? Because I couldn't